and Central. It's big names all over the place. Ladies and gentlemen, you're welcome to you can check that out on the YouTube page. Just search for Basketball England. They'll take you through every basket, every steal, and every single block as well. And so just over 10 minutes away from the play.
That's why I'm like, who? Who's playing? I was like, yeah, there's Hobbs is done this. I did not expect that. After that big treatment. Ladies and gentlemen, Manchester, we need you to raise the roof. I spoke to them about bringing that final down south. They didn't listen, so let's show them the mistake they made. From the fans, Solent fans, are you ready? Don't forget to use the hashtag NBL Finals. We want to see your pictures and we can show our Facebook page, our official Basketball England website as well. As we're now moments away, 22 and 5, both the records for each side. Who is going to come out on top between these two titans? Manchester, make some noise! Oh, so that's not right.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Bellevue, Manchester. And this is the NBL Division 1 Men's Playoff Final, the final game, not just of the Division 1 season, but of the National Basketball League season. We're in the southwest, but it's a battle of the south coast as the Solent Kestrels take on the Worthing Thunder. Will the playoff title head to Eastleigh, just off of Southampton, or will the playoff title continue to reside in West Sussex? Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Hobbs alongside Darren Paul for the final time this season. Darren, we have been treated to 2 days of fantastic basketball in all divisions, from Division 4, Division 3, the Division 2 women, the Division 2 men, the Division 1 women. I'm getting confused so much. So many great competitions here this weekend, and now we're down to just one game, the Division 1 Men's Playoff Final. What are your thoughts as we go into this encounter?
Such a great weekend of sport, such a great weekend of basketball. I keep saying it, the best sport on the planet in this beautiful arena. It's been great. No game has disappointed, no team has disappointed, no individual. Everybody's come to play, everybody's put on their best foot forward, put on a great show for the fans here and the fans around the world watching live on YouTube.
Absolutely, and we are exclusively live on the National Basketball League YouTube channel. Get involved, get your comments in, make your voice heard. This is the big one. This is the Division 1 Men's Final. Both of these teams finishing in the top 2 in Division 1. Solent Kestrels winning the Division 1 title, virtue of a better head-to-head than the Worthing Thunder. Solent beating Worthing by 10 in Eastleigh earlier in the season, and Worthing only able to beat Solent by a single point at the Worthing Leisure Centre. Do you feel that head games might be getting into this, or is this just one game for these guys?
It's one game for these guys, but the knockout fixture they played, who came out on top? It was the Worthing Thunder in the trophy, and they won by 9 points. So over the 3 games, the head-to-head was, well, it was won by the Worthing Thunder. Obviously that won them the league, but knockout games on the biggest stage, do Solent bring it all the way to the finish? So we saw the Worthing Thunder beat them in the trophy. Team Solent, they made it all the way to the National Cup final, but they were defeated by Loughborough.
Yeah, no, Worthing, of course, have won the national trophy, as you've said. Solent with the league title, so there will be a double here claimed today. Now, Solent actually were the only team last season to beat Worthing in 3 contests in the national trophy, and they were the only team last season to do the double over Worthing, as Worthing went on to win the playoff title. They are desperate to reclaim, and also they are desperate to retain their playoff title here today. Who do you think the standout performers will be for Worthing?
Or for Worthing, there's so many players. There's a short squad, but there are so many players with such talent. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Zaire Taylor can do today. He's such an important part of this team, on and off the floor. We know the career he's had. He's such a tremendous talent. Player of the year, 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, 50% field goal. He doesn't take a bad shot. He doesn't know the meaning of the word bad shot. Zaire Taylor, for me, is the man to watch for Worthing.
And for Solent, of course, no Nick Lewis today via contract agreement, so he won't be suiting up, but still so much talent in that Solent team led by Herm Senior. Who else do you feel might be able to sway the tide their way?
Travis Charles, 25, 5 and 4 versus the Cavs in just 25 minutes. That's a lot of work done very quickly, averaging 23 and 9 for the regular season. That's a tremendous performance from the 6'6" American forward. 79% from the line as well. That's almost automatic.
So before we start, we are just over a minute away from tip-off of the two sides. Just get some last-minute instructions from their coaches. Just like to remind you that Wilson, a big thank you to Wilson for being our official ball supplier to Basketball England throughout not just this weekend, but throughout the entire season. Fantastic basketballs, fantastic merchandise that have been on sale throughout this weekend. Today's referees, Hayden Jones, Asmina Stamatu and Edward Udansky will be our match officials here today in Bellevue, Manchester. Starting fives for the Solent Kestrels: Travis Charles, Elliot Dadds, Louis Kirkman, who will be appearing in his final match, a fantastic servant to the Solent Kestrels programme, both in the junior sector and in the senior sector. Teo Olifusi and Herm Senya will be our starting fives for the Solent Kestrels. For the Worthing Thunder, George Ebanks, Brendan Okoronkwo, Alex Awumi, Zaire Taylor, the reigning and now defending two-time NBL Division 1 MVP, and Tom Ward. Huge smattering of Worthing Thunder supporters here in Manchester. There are even a few Worthing Thunder fans wearing Worthing Bears vests. That takes me back. That does. Goodness gracious. I remember having a Worthing Bears jersey back in the day as well. Fantastic to see so many Worthing Thunder fans making the trip up from West Sussex, and equally there are so many Solent Kestrel fans here in attendance, a bit up in the bleachers. I don't know if you can see them, as we can see on the screen, the Worthing Thunder fans rising to their feet. There are the Worthing Bears jerseys, there they are, the blue vests.
Would you like to see a return to that colour scheme for the Worthing Thunder?
That's it's a very nice colour, I tell you, but Worthing prefer to be referred to as the Worthing Thunder, and in the white and black they are just about to come onto the court now. Solent in black, and there are a smattering, as said, of Solent fans, and it's great to see them. They've made a long trip as well, up from Southampton. Not far distance actually from Worthing to Southampton, only about an hour drive along the M25, or the M27, sorry. I'm too used to driving along the M25, you see.
Let's just hope that it remains open.
One team will be going home happy, and one team will be going home with a loss. Who's it going to be? The Battle of the South Coast is here momentarily. Travis Charles will jump up with Zaire Taylor, and the Division 1 final is underway, and Solent gets the first possession. Herm Senior on the ball. Louis Kirkman. Solent spreading it around the perimeter. Here's Elliot Dadds. Kirkman for two is short. Travis Charles puts it up and puts it in for the first points of the day for Solent.
You always want to set the tone early. That was a good offensive stand there by Solent.
Taylor spots up for three, no good. Rebound Dadds. Dadds with the bounce pass to Kirkman, attacking offensive foul has been called on Louis Kirkman. Great defense, good recovery on defense there from Alex Owumi.
Putting his body on the line, doing the hard work. No hard yards in this game. No easy yards in this game.
This is going to be such a physical encounter. Of course, Solent claiming the Division 1 title from Worthing thanks to a better head-to-head. And you can see, and this is going to be an exciting matchup tonight, or today, Teo Olafusi, number 15 for Solent, against Zaire Taylor. Teo Olafusi, in previous seasons, has had Zaire Taylor's number on a number of occasions, but on the flip side, Zaire Taylor has had him a few times. This is going to be an exciting matchup tonight, Darren.
I can't wait to see how these two go to work with one another. Taylor got 19 points the last time these two met. Charles top scored for the Solent Kestrels with 28 on that occasion.
And you can see a lot of heavy pressure already on the Division 1 MVP, Teo Olafusi, known as one of the better defenders in Division 1, and he's going to be called for a foul. Edward Udansky not liking the holding play of Olafusi on Taylor.
That was always going to happen. You saw how close, how intensely he was trying to, block him from getting up the floor. So he's switched his rotation now.
Olafusi's now on Ebanks, who has the ball. Owumi puts up a three, knocks it down. Alex Owumi with his first points of the afternoon.
Beautiful shot there from Owumi. Settles his side down.
Elliot Dowd, Solent preferring to pass the ball along the perimeter. Senya for three is long. Rebound tipped by Ward, collected by Ebanks, who now sprints to the hoop, puts it up. No good. Rebound by Olafusi. Here comes Senya for the Kestrels. Nice pass to Kirkman, appearing in his last match for the Kestrels, and he banks it home.
This is a frenetic pace these two teams are setting. I don't know if they're going to be able to carry this the whole of the way.
Taylor kicks it out to Tom Ward. Okoronkwo spreads it. Here's Owumi, spots up for three, knocks it down. Back-to-back threes for Alex Owumi, who's starting to catch fire early in these first 2 minutes.
Just like that, all points coming through him for right now. As a foul is called on him, he bumped his man.
Yeah, Alex Owumi bumping Travis Charles there, and the referee Edward Udansky spotting that and calling the foul, and now the referee's just warning Thunder player coach Josh Goddard about potential flopping. And I think the same is being said to Matt Guyman, the Solent coach.
It was a funny one then. Owumi immediately apologised to both Charles and Udansky. Oh, I didn't mean to. No, foul's been called.
Such a fantastic atmosphere here in Bellevue. If you're joining us on YouTube, welcome. This is the Division 1 men's final, and a foul on Ebanks. And already the physicality showing from both teams, but neither referee giving into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Setting the tone early, Darren.
Yeah, a very strict tone being set. Udansky, one of the best referees this country has to offer, referees all over the world. And yeah, setting the tone. If he doesn't like it, he's going to call it.
Elliot Dads for three, always short.
Yeah, he had a hand in his face the whole time.
Yeah, good defending from Okoronkwo. Here is Ebanks. It's 2 on 3 at the moment. Ebanks looking for options. Poor pass, and it goes straight to Elliot Dads, and Elliot Dads doesn't get it, and on the follow was Travis Charles.
It was a poor pass, but Zaire Taylor should be further up the floor there. Help him out, give him a proper option.
Owumi loses the handle there on Charles. Good defense from the...
Fantastic pressure from Charles.
Yeah, good defense from the Solent number 21. Here is Ebanks. Ebanks looking for options. Ebanks going strong to the hoop. Ward, long, rebound. Ebanks, and he puts it up and in.
Ward wanted to be about a step further back then, and that would have been on the money.
Tom Ward, a very good mid-range shooter. No good on that attempt, but Ebanks cleans it up. Inside it goes to Travis Charles. Good pass from Senya to find Charles.
He's playing old school basketball, isn't he, Charles? He's got an old school look, and he's playing 90s ball right now, and it's working for him.
Game is tied at 8 with 6:35 remaining in the first. Ward inside to Taylor. Hasn't got much of a look yet. Kicks it out. Ward for three. No good. Rebound Olafusi. And here is Elliot Dads. Senya thought about the three. Good defense there from Ebanks. Senya inside. Dads puts up a short jumper, no good. Rebound, Kirkman. Beautiful play from Louis Kirkman. Couldn't get it to drop. And Elliot Dads on the follow. Great hustle play there from Solent, who are pressuring Worthing when they're inbounding.
Worthing gave up the 2 points. I think that's okay for right now. They didn't cough up the foul. Often in that situation, a team fouls, and that, I think, is more costly than 2 points right now.
Taylor putting the moves on Elliot Dads. Thought about the spin around. There is Ebanks, short with his three, and Senya comes away with it. Solent so quick up the other end. Senya for two is good. That is Herm Senya's first points of the game. He's been a menace over the years to Worthing, and he's off the board today.
George Ebanks looks like he's constantly caught between two minds. Does he want to drive himself? Does he want to facilitate? Does he want to pull up and shoot? I think he needs to just maybe think less, play more.
Louis Kirkman getting the loose ball off the miss from Ward. Senya putting the moves on Okoronkwo. Beautifully done, Herm Senya. And Solent all of a sudden have a 14-8 lead.
He's so good in those situations. He's got such pace, such explosive energy. And he's always going to be in trouble once he's got up to speed.
Taylor thought about the three, drives on Olafusi. Taylor is good with his short jumper.
First points of the night for Zaire Taylor. That'll sell him, that'll sell his team.
Lawumi on 6 points. Travis Charles also on 6, both leading their respective teams. Charles for 3. Rebound Okoronkwo off the miss from Charles. Lawumi spots up a 3 straight away. Ebanks went for it, and it will be a Solent possession. Good hustle there from Ebanks, but it came last off him as he was battling with Louis Kirkman. Louis Kirkman appearing in his last match for Solent, the number 5. Been a product of the Solent junior program, and he actually captained the Solent team as he comes off the bench. Comes to the bench, sorry. He captained Solent in their 2015-16 season where they were in the Division 2 league, and he's come all the way up to Division 1. What a servant he has been for Solent, Darren.
It's great that he gets this today, and he'll want to cap it with a victory, of course, but it is fantastic the way he's been with this club this whole time. That's what a move there by Charles. And yeah, he wants to go out on a high, and all the fans are going to let him know when he comes off the floor the last time what he means to this ball club.
Okoronkwo in the corner is good for 3. Brendan Okoronkwo getting off the mark.
A gorgeous, gorgeous jump shot there.
And Ebanks strips it off Senya, but Solent reclaim it.
Charles slow to get back up there.
Shot clock down to 9. Chris Scarlett into the game for the first time. Big 3, runnels around and goes in. Herm Senya from downtown.
It's that Bellevue bounce. That was a long way away, that 3. The defense thought they'd done a good enough job on him, evidently not.
Solent really marking Zaire Taylor as the ball comes right to us in the commentary position.
It's a nice fundamental pass there, John.
Hayden Jones respected that as well, one of the referees for today. Brendan Okoronkwo with the inbound. Solent lead 19-13, 3:03 remaining in this first quarter. Ebanks is off, and you feel Worthing starting to get a bit static on offense here as Dads spins. No good. Rebound Ebanks. And a foul has been called on Chris Scarlett.
Worthing don't like to go inside too much. They've played a lot of their games this season from the outside, looking in, averaging 11 threes a game. And that's quite a lot. They are way down on rebounds over the season versus Solent. They average just 30 rebounds a season, while Solent are averaging 43. So Solent kill teams on the inside. It's a real clash of styles today. Ishmael Fontaine into the game for the first time, replacing Tom Ward. Worthing Thunder have actually taken more 3-pointers than 2-pointers in this game thus far. Good steal there. It was Scarlett who got a hand on that as Zaire Taylor was driving.
Here is Scarlett for three. No good. Long rebound, Elliot Dadds. And into the game, Jeremy Shokan for Solent. Here is Dadds as the shot clock winds down. Dadds in and out with his three, and Ebanks gets another rebound. That's 5 rebounds for George Ebanks. Awumi thought about the three, and the foul was called on Scarlett.
Sorry, when you have shooters like Awumi, Taylor, Fontaine, Okoronkwo, you're gonna go more to them on the outside. I want to see Ebanks driving a little bit more, because he is gonna have defenders in a lot of trouble. We saw it early game. He zipped between 2 defenders closing on him, got the shot up, didn't drop, but it was a beautiful sign of intent of what we can see from George Ebanks today.
Taylor inside Okoronkwo. Nice link-up play between Taylor and Okoronkwo. Taylor was double-teamed on that possession, got the ball out quickly, and Okoronkwo made no mistake. Worthing, though, shooting 3 for 8 from downtown, and they are 3 for 7 inside. Travis Charles way off with his 2-point attempt. Ebanks another rebound. A nice pass finding Ishmael Fontaine with his first 2 points. And Worthing all of a sudden within 2. Scarlett for 3. No good, but he's fouled by Okoronkwo. That will be Okoronkwo's first foul, and Chris Scarlett will go to the line for 3 shots.
Okoronkwo still pleading his case. He is the captain, so I suppose he can speak a little bit more to the officials. Getting a bit of clarification. He just doesn't... It's all good-natured, but he does want a bit of clarification.
Sam Turner about to check into the game for Solent. Brendan always wears his heart on his sleeve, the Worthing Thunder captain, number 8.
And that's what we want to see as fans.
Exactly.
We want to see players care. That's the bare minimum we want.
Brendan Okoronkwo be team captain in his 6th season with Worthing Thunder, and when Zaire Taylor actually joined Worthing Thunder, he was asked if he wanted to be team captain, and straight away Zaire said, no, I want Brendan to actually continue the reins as team captain. He's such a vocal leader on the court, as you will see today. As Chris Scarlett, makes his free throw. Sam Turner now comes into the game for Travis Charles, who takes a breather on 8 points.
Zaire Taylor, a great leader, but you don't need to have the C on your chest or an armband to be a great leader. And I think, looking at the personalities on the floor for Worthing, they're a team of leaders.
Ebanks, twisting and turning, going inside, banks it home over Jeremy Shokan.
That's what we want to see more of from Ebanks. Get inside, get shots up.
Solent up by 3, 22-19 as we enter the final 40 seconds of this first quarter. Senya, Shokan back to Senya, thought about the 3, instead kicks out. Long 3 from Scarlett, banks off and misses, and a foul has been called, and it's on Sam Turner as he pushed down Zaire Taylor.
Edward Adamski was there very quickly, making sure that didn't escalate any further. I don't think there was much danger of that taking place, as Sam Turner just seemed a bit more confused than anything.
And Solent in the penalty, so Worthing will go to the foul line. Zaire Taylor, relatively decent 3-throw shooter, makes the first.
85% shooting. I think that's a little bit more than relatively decent.
Zaire Taylor, the Division 1 MVP for this season, back-to-back MVPs for him. Only player this season to record a quadruple double. That's something you don't hear very often.
No, not at all.
In Thunder's win at Loughborough this season. Here's Senya. Taylor nearly stole it off Scarlett. Shokan for 3. He's good. Jeremy Shokan from downtown. And Thunder will get the final possession of this first quarter.
They need to rush though, 10 seconds.
Elliot Dadds, now the marking Scarlett, marking on Taylor. Taylor for three, in and out. And that will do it for the first quarter here in Bellevue, Manchester. Solent Kestrels lead 25-21 over the Worthing Thunder. A fairly even first quarter, but Solent making the most of their plays inside. What do you think Worthing have to do just to apply some more pressure on Solent's guards, especially in that second quarter?
Yes, I think they're going to struggle a little bit with the physicality, especially Charles. He's an absolute athlete of a man. You know what I mean? He's a very, very strong player, physically. So they're going to struggle with him a little bit, but yeah, they've got to try and close out a little bit quicker to prevent that three ball going up. And I don't love that last play from Zaire Taylor. We've seen it over the years. Zaire Taylor, hold the ball, hold the ball, hold the ball, put up a shot. Okoronkwo, he had acres of space inside. As I've said over the weekend, occasionally I need you to show me something different, something a little bit unexpected maybe, just to change the way a team thinks, a defense thinks about what an offense is doing, and yeah, give yourselves a different, better opportunity.
Travis Charles, as you said, he's averaging 23 points, 9 rebounds a game. He actually made his debut for Solent against Worthing back in November when they played in Eastleigh. He posted 18 points in that game, had 21 points in the semi-final win against Thames Valley, as did Elliot Dadds, and Dadds a bit quieter after the first quarter, but Travis Charles with 8 points. In the case of Travis Charles, just continue where you left off.
Absolutely, just keep doing what you're doing, big man. Keep working with what's working. That said, Elliot Dadds, he lit up from outside the arc. 5 made threes against the Thames Valley Cavaliers in that semi-final.
George Ebanks already with 4 points and 6 rebounds, 2 assists as well. Alex Awumi leading the Thunder with 6. But as said, leading all scorers is Travis Charles with 8 points. As we prepare to start the second quarter.
And very quickly, again, I mentioned it earlier, the pace of this game, where did that first quarter just go? That flew by.
You actually noticed that I don't think any timeout was actually called in that first quarter.
Nope, just a few fouls.
Yeah. Worthing do traditionally, over the years, save their timeouts. They very rarely call very hurried timeouts, as we do see often throughout the season. Okoronkwo for 3 is good. Brendan Okoronkwo with his second 3 of the afternoon.
And he's talking to our referee right the way down the court. He wants to call. The referee's talking back to him. He wasn't unhappy about something.
Turner inside. Beautiful move from Sam Turner, and he scores. Sam Turner, a graduate of the Derby Trailblazers program, getting it done inside.
That's good to see. Using the elbows. It's just fundamental big man inside basketball.
Okoronkwo, if you're hot, why not? And he does, puts in another 3. Brendan Okoronkwo.
Big breakdown on defense there by Solent. He was Turner's man, and he didn't go out to reach him in time.
Game is tied at 27. Dadds is fouled by Taylor.
It's good to see him helping him back up there. Good sportsmanship between these two teams. They know each other well. They're
Absolutely.
local.
That's what we like to see here in these National Basketball League finals weekend. Great sportsmanship from both teams, as you've rightly pointed out.
That was a strange foul by Zaire Taylor, a little bit ungainly from him.
Well, Dadds was going for the shot, and Taylor was committed, always committed, and obvious foul. Senya for 3 is good. Both teams lighting it up from downtown. Herm Senya, the latest player to get a 3-pointer for the Kestrels. And Solent now lead by 3. Ebanks, twisting and turning, passes it out. Fontaine for 3 is good. Both teams getting the job done from beyond the arc.
Fontaine liked that shot. He was set up in the corner ready for it.
Good defense from Taylor on Turner, and here comes Fontaine. And the play will slow down in transition, and Thunder will reset.
That was good from Taylor, Fontaine though. as he was running down the court, head up, looking for options. They weren't there.
Okoronkwo misses his three. Senya now will break for Solent. Senya will stop, but no good with his three. And the ball will go to the Thunder.
Brendan Okoronkwo not happy with Ishmael Fontaine's defence right there. Ishmael Fontaine was giving him the space, he was going backwards. Okoronkwo sprinted down the floor, wanted him to step up the court a little bit to cut off the jump shot attempt. In the end, it goes out of play, and it's going to be Worthing ball.
Tom Ward coming into the game for Ishmael Fontaine, and Alex Awumi takes a seat. And Josh Goddard comes into the game for the first time. Teo Olafusi into the game as well.
Goddard, player coach, he sacrificed a lot of minutes with that changing role.
Ward, and here is Taylor. Sam Turner takes a seat for Teo Olafusi, who comes in as said, and a whistle has gone. It's on Elliot Dadds, that's his first.
Yeah, not a lot in that. Player got by him, wanted to try and stop that, wasn't able to.
Just mopping up the far side of the court, just near where the Worthing Thunder fans are sat. Here is Okoronkwo. Goddard. Ebanks thought about the three. Ebanks now takes the three, but is short. Taylor gets the offensive rebound. Here is Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo putting the moves on Kirkman. Step back jumper, short. Rebound Senya.
Lots of isolation stuff right now from Worthing. Not a lot of movement. As that pass is off the mark, out of bounds, it's going to be Solent ball.
Senya now with 2 rebounds to go with 10 points, 4 assists. And another floor wipe is needed.
Our volunteers here in the gym doing a great job, making sure this weekend goes smoothly in the National Basketball Performance Centre, Bellevue, Manchester.
National Basketball Performance Centre here in Bellevue, Manchester, the scene for some fantastic games. We've had 6 great finals to bring the National Basketball League season to a climax. This is the final game, not just of the Division 1 season, but of the National Basketball League season. Travis Charles inside, his layup is too strong. Okoronkwo comes up with the loose ball, gives it up to Taylor.
That's good defence. They were alive to the danger and they put pressure on him.
Game is tied at 30. Taylor, and now Thunder reclaim the lead at 32-30. Senya all the way, puts it in, and the foul.
That's a silly foul to give up. That looked like Goddard. Alex Awumi is asking, what are you doing? And yeah, it's a fair question.
Herm Senya put on the Jets, and Josh Goddard couldn't handle it. And Senya will go to the line for the 3-point play. And the game is tied again at 32, and Solent with a chance to retake the lead again in quick succession.
Still a young player, Josh Goddard, just 22 years old, with this head coaching responsibility on his shoulders. He's got his team to a final. Can they finish the deal?
He's got his team to 2 finals. He won the national trophy. He coached the team to the national trophy final, but he gives it up again. Senya all the way, but was a bit out of control on his layup attempt. He gets up very gingerly as well. Taylor looking to take advantage. Good defense from Dadds, and Olafusi gets the rebound. Here is Senya looking to go in transition again. Good defense from Awumi. There's a scramble under the basket, and it will be a jump ball. Neither team giving an inch, and you can see on the floor they're still holding on to the ball there.
They are.
That's what it means to these 2 teams, Darren.
The decision's been made, but yeah, you're right, it does mean a lot, and you're seeing that all throughout. I just want to go back to that pass from Goddard. I don't blame Goddard for that decision. The players weren't getting out in transition quick enough ahead of him or behind him, calling for it. Very, very static from Worthing. That is a concern for me right now. It's still early in the game. We've got 6 minutes 18 of this first half to go. And if they're slow up the floor, I understand it's a short bench, but you've got to get ahead in transition. You've got to give options. Otherwise, these things happen and it can hurt you down the road.
Chris Scarlett back into the game for the Kestrels. Herm Senior will take a seat. Herm Senior has effectively played this entire game so far, so he'll be sitting down for the first time on 12 points.
Absolutely brilliant effort from him so far, adding 3 rebounds and 4 assists today.
And George Ebanks will come back into the game for Josh Goddard, whose cameo role comes to an end. The player coach of Thunder done a fantastic job, definitely, no mistaking about that. In his first season, he's helped Thunder win the national trophy, and here he is again in another final, just 22 years old.
Great steal there by Okoronkwo.
Taylor is fouled by Travis Charles. That will be Travis Charles's first foul, and it just, as we continue this talk on Solent marking Zaire Taylor as tightly as possible, you're going to see a lot of fouls, it seems, on Zaire Taylor today. He is such a focal point of this team for so many opposition.
Absolutely, he's a wily vet. He's been doing this his whole career. He's been fouled a lot in his career. He knows how to get them.
Tom Ward, mid-range jumper is good. And Worthing take a 2-point lead. Scarlett on the ball. Inside to Charles. Charles just looking for options. Kicks it out. Teo Olafusi rattles it home. The mid-range jumper, not normally known for his scoring, Teo Olafusi, but can get it done when needed. George Ebanks, pull-up jumper. Nothing but air there. Elliot Dadds bringing up for Solent. Charles inside, and he puts it in. And Solent have the lead, and Josh Goddard has seen enough. He just wants to calm his troops down as Solent take a 36-34 lead, and we will be right back. Welcome everyone back to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Bellevue, Manchester. It is the National Basketball League Division 1 Men's Playoff Final, and the Solent Kestrels currently lead the Worthing Thunder 36-34. Good afternoon everyone, I'm John Hobbs alongside Darren Paul. We are exclusively live on the National Basketball League YouTube channel. Get involved with us. Get your comments in, let us know what you're doing, how you're watching it, where you're watching it, who you're supporting, and just general thoughts on the game. Thank you to Wilson for being our official ball supplier this season for Basketball England. As we return to the action here in the final game of the National Basketball League season. Solent lead 36-34. George Ebanks, and here is Brendan Okoronkwo. Taylor backing down Olafusi, kicks it out. Ebanks, open three, but he's long, and I think there will be a loose ball foul. It's on Louis Kirkman. And that is Kirkman's second foul.
Ebanks, a 37% shooter from beyond the arc. He's gone to that shot a couple of times today.
Ebanks has vastly improved his three-point shooting. This is his second season with Worthing, and he didn't really have a good three-point shooting motion in his first season, but he's massively improved it here in his second season. Owumi. Good defense there from Solent. Ward puts up a three and knocks it down. Tom Ward from downtown. It was good defense from Solent, but better offense from Worthing.
Great play at the high level of basketball on show. Such athleticism. The tip pass, the straight pass, and the finish. Just brilliant. Breathtaking stuff.
Zaire Taylor grabs the rebound after the miss from Scarlett. Solent A Worthing lead by 1. Owumi finds nothing but air with his attempt. Very early into the shot clock as well. That was a poor offense from Worthing.
Just Okoronkwo just getting bullied there by Taylor. He was getting nowhere near any sort of rebound or loose ball.
Herm Senya back into the game for the Kestrels. Travis Charles from the elbow is good. And Solent lead by 1 with 3:54 remaining in the second quarter. Taylor, step back 3, short. Olafusi grabs the rebound over his teammate Senya. Elliot Dadds going all the way and banks it home. And Solent lead by 3.
If they're going to open the lane for you, you may as well take it.
Great court awareness from Elliot Dadds, another of the Solent veterans who came up from Division 2. Tom Ward. Alley-oop to Ebanks inside. Great fake, great patient play from George Ebanks, who moves on to 6.
I think that's where we're going to see him make his bread and butter today. In the painted area, using his pace and experience.
Senya putting the moves now on Owumi. Great steal from George Ebanks, who's going to go all the way. Nice fake from Ebanks, getting Senya in the air, and he banks it home, and Solent won a timeout.
He wants a foul call he was never going to get.
No, George Ebanks was talking to the officials, and there's some booing from the Worthing fans there. That was purely accidental from Charles. His momentum carried into George Ebanks. No malice in that whatsoever. So Worthing lead 41-40 with 2:59 remaining, and we will be right back. And we are back here at the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Bellevue, Manchester. We are exclusively live on YouTube. If you're tweeting the game on social media, don't forget to hashtag NBL Finals. As we have our final game of the National Basketball League season, Worthing Thunder lead 41-40 over the Solent Kestrels in the South Coast Derby. Naz McLaughlin into the game for Brendan Okoronkwo. Elliot Dadds. Senya for 3. And Owumi will collect the rebound.
Naz McLaughlin, Brighton native, joined this program.
Ebanks. Good passing from Worthing. Owumi going strong to the hoop, but his layup is no good. Rebound Olafusi. Here is Elliot Dadds bringing it up for Solent. Dadds spots up for 3 and knocks it down. Elliot Dadds from downtown, and Solent have a 2-point lead. And you talk about Naz McLaughlin, of course, a product of the great Basvik college system. James Quinto, the assistant coach of Worthing Thunder, the coach of the Basvik team. And McLaughlin was long with his 3-point attempt.
Straight into the game, he wants to settle himself. He wants to, make his name known on the biggest stage in town. Not a big scorer, Naz McLaughlin, only. He averages 3.92 points per game on limited minutes, but he'll be relishing this opportunity.
Well, McLaughlin plays well in spots for Worthing, but rushed his offense there. Travis Charles inside. Olafusi. Senya dancing his way inside, off the glass, over Owumi, and scores.
Just tremendous patience by Solent. We've preached it all weekend. Patient teams are winning teams.
Owumi. Great noise from both sets of supporters. Ebanks sees some daylight. Great defense from Chris Scarlett. And Solent can now break. Senior putting the moves on Owumi, going strong at Okoronkwo, but no good. Rebound, Taylor.
Again, impressed by two sides there.
Taylor for three. Long. And a nice steal there, I thought, from Ward, but the referees saw differently. That's a foul on Tom Ward.
I was just about to say, both teams playing incredible defense, keeping it clean, even with Chris Scarlett flying out of nowhere. But then Tom Ward, hands in the cookie jar.
Solent lead 45-41 as we enter the final minute of the half, and another warning has been given to coach Josh Goddard of Worthing and his players. Fantastic support from both sets of supporters here in Manchester. Great support from Worthing, and just the same for the Kestrels. Dads putting the move on McLaughlin, and he scores.
Yeah, you feel like you're on the South Coast right now with this atmosphere in this gym. The journey that these sides have just both made up here.
Both teams so well supported. They've made a long trip here to Manchester. It's around a 500-mile trip for both teams. Here is Senya. Olafusi, good tracking back there from Ebanks. Senya kicks it out to Jeremy Shokan, back into the game. Inside, back goes to Shokan. His layup is good, and the foul. Jeremy Shokan inside.
And that was Tom Ward again. Unnecessary. In this situation, if they're by you, they're by you. Just let them go. Trust that another defender will come in and help. And right now, 2 points versus a foul. I'd give up the two.
And now Solent with their biggest lead of the game, 49-41. But Worthing have been in this situation before, the National Trophy final, where they came down by double digits to beat Loughborough. Sokan misses the foul shot. Big rebound from Owumi.
They're a good team down the stretch, Worthing, so they won't be too concerned. They want to close it, but no worries right now.
Great pass from Taylor, who finds Ebanks. And Coach Matt Guyman has called a timeout. He's actually talking with the referees about adding more time on the clock. I think the time continued as Ebanks scored. But with it has 2 seconds to go. We'll just check to see if it is 2 seconds to go. But Solent lead 49-43. And Darren, I just want to get your quick word in. What have been your early thoughts on this first half?
Firstly, what a game. Absolutely brilliant action from both sides. I've been really impressed with the athleticism and the high energy levels on both sides. And lots of very sensible, smart basketball being played so far. It's being played on the ground, in the hands, and in the brain.
Absolutely, and it's 2.4 seconds, so 4/10 of a second have been added on to the play as Ebanks scored on the last attempt.
And that's such a significant amount of time. Even 0.4 of a second can make all the difference. That's how long it takes you to get up a jump shot.
Solent currently 4 for 12 from downtown, but they are shooting 50% from the field. Worthing just a bit below 50% from the field.
Our crew chief Hayden Jones speaking very loudly with Herm Senior, not angrily, but just so he can be heard over this tremendous crowd we have here today.
And what a day it is for both of these teams. They've travelled all this way. Senior from downtown to end the half. It's no good, and that brings an end to the first half of a thoroughly entertaining quarter between two teams with competitive fire entrenched in their DNA. Solent Kestrels lead the Worthing Thunder 49-43. George Ebanks with 10 points, but Brendan Okoronkwo, the leading man for Worthing, with 11 points. Solent, though, with 14 points, but with Herm Senior, with 14 points, and Travis Charles with 12. And that'll do it for us for the halftime period. We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time.
Versus the Solent Kestrels fans. What I've got here is some cards, alright? Now, none of these guys behind us are allowed to see what cards these are. It's a real game of higher and lower. So, coach, if you're going to spread those out from the group and hold that card to your chest. Only one Solent fan is going to win some free stuff. You right at the back there. One of you three. One of you three, come on down. Moving further, who wants to win some free stuff? You, your hand was straight up. That guy there, you say, yeah, you come on down. Your hand. It was like lightning, it was like thunder, it was already there. Right then, here we go. Here we go for the Kestrels. My man here, you represent him? You come on down then, Kestrel, my man. You come on down and represent. Alright, bear with us as DJ White sorts us out as we get ready to go. Look at this. Oh man, you can tell scissors, so face each other. First of all, I want to see some mean faces. Oh, wow, let's go. Okay, after three. Rock, paper, scissors. See who goes first. 1, 2, 3. All right, there we go. Looks like Worthy are going to start out first. Well, don't worry, next one. Don't worry. If he doesn't get it higher or lower, we'll switch over to him. And if you come over here on me, now, we're going to start with Worthy first. I'm going to start with our first card from DJ Wade. DJ Wade, what is our first card? Is a Queen. DJ Wade's a crowd. Okay, so we're going to go higher or lower than the Queen. Worthy from the back, what's he do? Let's say lower. Lower. We're going lower. DJ Wade, our first card. 3. What a start. What are we going to go for now? Higher or lower? Let's say higher. Higher. Let's have the next one. Oh, right. I'll tell you what, this is going really well for you so far. Right. Higher or lower? Let's sing lower. Let's sing it. Lower. I thought so. Let's have the next card. Oh, no. It's a Queen. Let's see that Queen. Hold it over for me, the Queen card. Perfect. Now, Maxwell, it's your chance to steal here. Are we going to go higher or lower? Solent, what do you do? They'll say lower. We're going for lower. We're going for lower. To the next card for us. Wow, it's a 2. You could have some better than that. Higher or lower? Let's say higher. Higher. Let's do the next card. It's a Solent. Okay. All right, Maxwell, okay. Higher or lower, Solent fans? I know higher fans has gone silent. They don't want to be responsible. Few highers, few lowers. Maxwell, what do you want to go for? Lower, please. Lower on the 7. Oh, Maxwell, no worries there. Still got 2 more cards to play for. We'll take it back to Worthing Thunder. The last card was an 8. Higher or lower than 8? Quite a few lowers. We're going to go lower. Let's see that next card. It's a 6. Okay, finally, the final card to win the game. Worthing Thunder fans, what's he do? They will say higher. What are we going for? Higher. We're going to go higher. It is higher. What a low finish off. Worthing Thunder fans. Oh, I love this. They know what, because of that sportsmanship, we're going to show you how we're both for prize. That's it. For Worthing Thunder and Solent Kestrels. So let's hear as well from Jeff Black Dance Academy as well helping us out. See, this is why you don't leave at half time for food, because you can win stuff. Right, we're going to head over to our commentators and you can check out live on the YouTube page. Use that hashtag MBL5. You two ain't used to talking. Why are you fighting out here? You're going to talk to Darren. Wonderful game so far.
I can't quite believe the tempo that these 2 teams are keeping up. It's tremendous. And Zaire Taylor, what did I tell you before the game? Zaire Taylor, and so what? 4 times. You're going to see the wily veteran in you, that pace. And also Charles, boy, he is impressive right now.
And we see quite a few cuts inside from the Kestrels as well, especially Sarah as well. He really seems to be at rocket boots this afternoon.
Yeah, it's what he's known for. Just get inside, get the ball to him, watching him cut to the basket. It's going to work for him.
Now, from one of our experts, if you can check out live on the YouTube and Facebook page, I'm going to ask you, which way you think you're going to go? What's your say over time? Overtime, that's what you're going to say.
Quadruple OT. Make sure I'm in John ahead for the long term. Moving the Solent right now, but if Worthing can keep their heads, who's to say?
Darren, that's the most on-the-fence answer we've ever had. You can check out our commentators on the YouTube page and Facebook as well. To search People England, send that link to anyone at home who isn't here watching this amazing Division 1 wildfire action. We'll be back with you in 5 minutes time between the Worthing Thunder and Solent Kestrels.
Just say, give me a great game.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Bellevue, Manchester. And we are over a minute away from the second half between the Solent Kestrels and the Worthing Thunder. Solent Kestrels lead 49-43, and before we start this second quarter, we just want to give a special shout out to Graham Hodges and Linda Hodges, Graham's wife. If you don't know Graham Hodges, probably one of the best basketball photographers we have, and he is currently in hospital right now, but making great improvements, and we just want to send a special shout out to Graham, and we hope that somewhere you are watching this with Linda here today. And if you're not, we hope that this message gets out to you. We are all hoping that you get a speedy recovery and you return to these basketball courts, wherever it may be, very, very soon. And Darren, you know Graham just like I do, just like pretty much everyone in this this arena here today is aware of him. What is his impact for the game with what he does?
It's enormous. His impact cannot be understated. He's one of the most dedicated men in basketball, and I say that with no hyperbole. He's every weekend. He's at a Worthing game. He's at a Lions game. He takes pictures of them all over the country, wherever they play. I know he was delighted when they finally won the title the other day. Him and Linda, they should have been there, and it's a real shame they weren't. But he's a great guy. He's a great person, and he's a great individual for this sport. He loves it, and we love him.
Absolutely, and again, we wish Graham all the best, speedy recovery. We want to see you here soon. And we hope that Linda and the family are doing it well. We are just about to start the third quarter here at the National Basketball Performance Centre in Bellevue, Manchester. Worthing Thunder in white, Solent in black. Solent lead 49-43 in what really has been a physically demanding encounter. Both teams, really not a lot of players on their bench. There's no real depth there, but so much talent on the court, Darren.
So much talent on this court. Just the histories of these players, the careers they've had, the careers they're going to have. It's all just fantastic to see. We are privileged to be here right now.
Awumi for three, no good. Rebound, Senya. Olafusi thought about the three, instead kicks it out. Senya, ball bobbles around, Olafusi collects it and knocks it down.
That was a great attempt at getting in the lane there by Ebanks. Couldn't quite gather. He was a long way up the floor by the time that basket went in.
Ebanks. Was about to give it up to Tom Ward, but instead Ebanks kicks it out to Taylor. Taylor all the way, and he banks it home.
He's just so good, isn't he, Zaire Taylor? No analysis there. He's just that good.
Louis Kirkman in his final performance, his final game, for the Kestrels. Inside, an easy two for Elliot Dadds. I don't think he could even believe how open he was.
No, the Worthing Thunder not happy with that breakdown. Josh Goddard is off his seat.
Taylor. Okoronkwo, who has 11 points. Awumi. Been a bit quiet in this game so far, only has 6 points. Okoronkwo from deep as the shot clock was winding down, and Travis Charles picks up the rebound. Senya can now break for Solent. Sorry, Darren, I'll be with you in a minute. Olafusi for three is good. Teo Olafusi from downtown. And now Solent have their first double-digit lead of this ball game.
It's important for Alex Awumi to be combative, to be battling with Charles, but he needs to watch himself. He was bordering getting a foul then.
Good recovery there from Taylor as the ball is pinged around Okoronkwo, and a foul has been called on the floor. The shot clock was at 1.7 seconds.
That was a stunning pass by Okoronkwo. like a baseball pitcher to the corner.
And the shot clock will be reset to 14.
The way Worthing moved the ball around then, trying to get any separation, Solent defenders all over the men in the white shirts.
Awumi, toughly guarded there by Travis Charles. Awumi now putting the moves on Olafusi. Off the backboard is no good for Awumi. Dads. Good pass there from Senior, but Charles decides not to go up with it. Muscles his way inside. Kirkman on the putback. And Solent now have stretched their lead to 13 points.
Worthing need to change it up. They're really struggling with a stifling defense as Isaiah Taylor fouled for a 5th time in the ballgame.
There'll be an inline ball to Thunder. That's the 2nd team foul for Solent.
Taylor's just got that look about him. He's looking mad. He's looking frustrated. And for some people that means their game's about to fall apart. For Taylor, it means it's going to go up a couple of notches, you would imagine.
Okoronkwo. Worthing pinging the ball around the perimeter. Taylor, step back 3 for Zaire Taylor. And it's no good. And here comes Senior putting on the Jets. And a blocking foul on Okoronkwo. There'll be no basket there. Edward Udansky in a good position.
Senior hit the ground hard there, and he's not back up on his feet yet. That looks quite painful.
Yes, Senior, that's the 2nd time now he's actually gone to the floor and got up very gingerly. And Matt Guyman with a look of concern on his face over at the Solent bench. But what a great start from Solent in this 3rd quarter. They now have a 13-point lead. Worthing very slow to get into their offensive rhythm at the moment.
Yeah, they're struggling. That defense that Matt Guyman's got going, it is stifling out there. I want to see Ishmael Fontaine coming off the bench for Worthing if I'm a Worthing fan, because he's going to inject pace and energy that currently they do not have. They're set up more for the outside ball right now.
George Ebanks picks the pocket of Travis Charles, and it's a turnover and an opportunity for Worthing to take advantage. And Tom Ward gets an arm on his wrist as he was going for the jump shot, so he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, good job by Tom Ward there, getting into a position where he's comfortable, forcing defenders into mistakes. That's really good basketball.
Tom Ward, who actually runs a coaching school, a basketball coaching academy in his hometown of Brighton. The South Coast Elite Basketball Club. And such a veteran player. He's had spells in Spain, of course, and in England. Went to college in the United States as a youngster. And I think Tom would like to still consider himself a youngster.
I was going to say.
He's probably now going to batter me on social media for that, but either I'll wait and see there. Olafusi on the ball. Elliot Dads kicks it out. Senior, step back 3 for Herm Senior is short. Gets the rebound. It will stay a Solent possession though.
Tom Ward foul.
Another foul on Tom Ward. That will be his 3rd.
Time to make a change if I'm the Worthing bench.
Josh Goddard just going over it with his assistant coach, James Quito. Olafusi, Travis Charles. Charles from the sideline is good. Yeah. And Solent really getting into a good offensive rhythm, continuing their double-digit lead.
Bit of a lapse there.
Taylor inside is too strong. Senior comes up with it.
They're slow to switch on rotations, Worthing.
Tom Ward gets the steal on Senior. Here is Taylor. Ebanks thought about the 3, spins on Olafusi. Good defense from Olafusi. Open 3 for Ebanks. Nails it.
That play was all about George Ebanks. They did ever so well not to travel, got the outlet pass, got the pressure off, got into the corner and got that shot away. 10-point ball game.
Worthing looking to chip away at the lead. Senya is fouled by a Wumi, I'm assuming. It's on Zaire Taylor.
Zaire Taylor.
That's Taylor's second. Zaire Taylor shooting just 30% from the field today. He's taken 10 shots for his 8 points. George Ebanks currently flirting on a double-double. He has 10 points and 6 rebounds, or 13 points and 6 rebounds, sorry.
It's not the efficiency we expect from Zaire Taylor. Be interested to see how that changes as we go through the game. Right now, he's focused on defense.
Louis Kirkman, Travis Charles from the elbow is good. Travis Charles quietly getting points on the board for Solent.
He's doing a great job. Zaire Taylor not happy with something, but it was his man. Get a hand up.
Owumi really strong to the bucket, but no good. Worthing's offense really getting static at the moment. Senya, great defense and recovery from Ebanks. Ebanks now puts on the Jets. Ebanks to the hoop and he scores.
What strength from George Ebanks. He was able to go up, put it in. He had a body on him. That body got moved aside by George Ebanks.
George Ebanks using his body to create some space and avoid the player getting the block. Good play from the Worthing Thunder. Zero, who was the MVP in the National Trophy final. A native of Staten Island, he's a Cayman Islands international. Is George Ebanks, and I know his family are watching back in the United States. It's early morning over there, or nearly lunchtime in the States. If you're watching us in the States, welcome. Louis Kirkman has been fouled. Worthing Thunder fans wanted to travel. Louis Kirkman, as we've said, Darren, in his final game for Solent today, has been a proud product of the Solent Junior program and scored 10 points and 6 rebounds in their semi-final win over Thames Valley. Still capable to make a big contribution to this team.
I think he already has. I think he has quietly gone about his business. 5 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end, and make that 5 points he scored in this game. It's not huge numbers, but it's been efficient, it's been effective, and that's exactly what his team need right now. Worthing, still no change.
Louis Kirkman, the heart and soul of basketball in Solent, in the Eastleigh Southampton region. He takes a seat, and Chris Scarlett comes in, and we do talk about rotating your bench, and Josh Goddard still has not made a substitution, as you have rightly pointed out, and that's quite pivotal, as Solent have a 12-point lead here.
With such a limited amount of players, as the shot goes up, with such a short bench, you'd expect them to rotate it a little bit more, keep people fresh.
Scarlett, and yeah, Senya stepped out of bounds.
That was fractionally out.
As he was just about,
by the officials.
He was just about to spot up for 3, and the back heel of his sneaker was out of the rim, out of bounds.
I just have to say, our match officials do such a fantastic job. It really is. It really is a tough job they do. Speaking to Edward Adansky, and he loves refereeing. Best seat in the house, he calls it.
Has a microphone as well. Absolutely, Ed Udansky, one of our match officials today. Referees all over Europe and, of course, in the British Basketball League. It's great to see Ed Udansky alongside Hayden Jones and Azmina Stamatu here today. Ebanks kicks it out. Okoronkwo for 3 is good.
That's what they need. That is exactly what they needed at that moment.
Brendan Okoronkwo's 4th 3 of this game.
I want to say that was a good offensive set. There was movement, got separation, got the shot up.
Taylor putting pressure on Olafusi. Scarlett, you sense Worthing just stepping up the defensive intensity here. Senya as the shot clock winds down to 1. Scarlett puts up a 3 on the buzzer, and Tom Ward with the rebound. I think a whistle. Yeah, a whistle has gone.
He was fouled as he went up or came down.
And that's the second time now Chris Scarlett has been fouled on a 3-point attempt
By Okoronkwo.
And that's a third foul on Brendan Okoronkwo. And you can see now Okoronkwo along with Tom Ward both on 3 fouls. That could be pivotal as this game goes on.
Absolutely. Both still on the floor, so Goddard has a lot of faith in his players.
Well, Worthing of renowned, Darren, as Chris Scarlett makes the first. Zaire Taylor, Alex Awumi and George Ebanks especially known to be playing big minutes, sometimes even 40 minutes a game. For Thunder, Brendan and Tom themselves have played a number of 40-minute games as well. Lack of rotation for Thunder, but they finished second, they won the trophy, and they have made it here to the final. So I guess it works.
It does work, but again, I want to see around those 3 or 4, just the odd change here and there, because again, it shows a defense something different, something new. When a defense is settled, they are really hard to break down.
And Ishmael Fontaine has only played 5 minutes of this game, as Alex Awumi's on the ball.
And Fontaine, big contributor in that semi-final.
Main contributor off the bench for Thunder as Ebanks has the ball. And Okoronkwo just about gets a shot up, but it's long. And Thunder's offense really getting sloppy here, as Solent still have a 10-point lead with 2:55 remaining.
I like that from Adansky, letting everybody know who's boss.
2:55 remaining, Solent lead 65-55, and we'll be right back. .55 remaining in the third quarter. As you can see, the Worthing Thunder fans there, slight worry on their faces as they trail 65-55 against the Solent Kestrels in what has been a fantastic, fiercely competitive National Basketball League Division 1 season, and it all comes to an end here today. The final 2 minutes and 55 seconds plus 10 minutes of the fourth quarter to go.
There's no reason to worry for Worthing right now. 10 points, 12 minutes, that's nothing right now.
Worthing have come back from bigger deficits before. Dads for 3, short. Senya collects the rebound. Senya putting the moves on Ward, driving strong at Awumi. Good defense from Alex Awumi. And here come the Thunder. And good defense originally there from Scarlett, and Dads knocks it out of bounds. It's a Worthing possession. Good play from George Ebanks. There was only one thing on his mind, and that was to drive to the hoop.
That was good from Dads. You can see fouls given up there. He had himself situated between man and basket. Did the job.
Awumi from the elbow, long. Worthing's offense really drying up. Awumi, and it hots up now as Alex Awumi knocks down a triple. That is his third of this game. And Ebanks fouls Dads.
We've spoken about all weekend, haven't we? Momentum. That was a momentum builder. And that foul.
Well, Ebanks just a little too over-enthusiastic. Worthing in the penalty as well.
Yeah.
Solent only have 3 team fouls at the moment, so Solent will go to the foul line.
Goddard having a quick word with his point guard.
What a fantastic job Josh Goddard has done, as we spoke about earlier, still only 22 years of age. He's spent the majority of his career, though, with Solent. He was actually a junior player for the Solent Kestrels. In fact, some of his family still support the Solent Kestrels, and his relatives play for the Solent Kestrels Junior Academy still. So a lot of ties between Goddard and the Kestrels, but Goddard has made the move over to Chichester, which is a little across the way from Worthing, resides there at the moment, and is the head coach of the Thunder. Taylor. Awumi. Step back three. No good. It's long. Big rebound from Ebanks. Blocked by Shokan. And now Travis Charles all the way. And the foul.
Taylor can't believe it. It's the truth.
Silly foul to give away. That's Taylor's third. How pivotal can that be with 1:41 remaining in this third quarter? A big bucket for Travis Charles, who restores Solent's double-digit lead.
Such faith that he would make that. No players around the paint.
Ebanks. Worthing looking to respond, and Ebanks is fouled. He's going to go to the line for two. Strong play from George Ebanks.
First foul. Ooh. No, it went on Scarlett.
That's a third foul on Chris Scarlett.
For some reason, I thought that was on Sokan.
George Ebanks going to the foul line.
Shoots 65% from the line. The former Solent man.
Yeah, George Ebanks has had time with the Solent Kestrels, playing against his former club today. Way off with his free throw attempt, and a violation there. Ebanks went into the paint as the ball was in the air. Can't do that. Worthing trailing by 10 as we enter the final minute of this third quarter. Chris Scarlett on the ball. And an offensive foul has been called. It's on Travis Charles, who was adjudged to have unfairly bumped Zaire Taylor.
Third foul in the ball game for Charles. Needs to keep it careful. Again, Taylor, so wily, able to get those fouls on him.
Okoronkwo finds a way through. Tom Ward. Ebanks looking for options.
I think Taylor wanted that pass from Ward rather than him taking it alone.
Okoronkwo for three, puts it in. Brendan Okoronkwo from downtown. He moves on to 17.
And that's good. Again, patient build-up. Work out what you want to do, get men open, and good things will happen.
Brendan Okoronkwo having a fantastic ball game here. 17 points, for the captain. Charles, as the shot clock winds down, Dad's got to put up something. He does. Rebound Taylor. Worthing now in transition. Ebanks has to kick it back out, and Taylor resets the play. Awumi stepped out of bounds. And you can see Alex Awumi's frustration. He wanted Ebanks to go straight to the hoop, but instead Ebanks accepted. He jumped up and he reset the play, and Solent were able to recover.
Again, I think he just went a little bit too deep into the paint. They decided it was going to be too difficult to score. They want to cough up the ball. Best to reset.
Solent's biggest lead has been 13 points. As they look to reclaim the double-digit lead to end this third quarter. Charles from the foul line. No good. Taylor throws up a Hail Mary, and that's going nowhere. And that ends the third quarter. Worthing finishing strong, but still have it all to do. Solent lead Worthing 69-62. We have 10 minutes left of the National Basketball League Division 1 season, and we will be right back. Welcome back everyone to the National Basketball Performance Centre here in Bellevue, Manchester. As you can see on our screens, dancers jet black entertaining the crowd. I can't do dance moves like that anymore. My days are well over.
I'll be the honest one, I never could.
I could throw a few shapes back in the day.
Okay.
I can't now, I'm way past it now. 10 minutes of basketball remaining. Possibility of overtime, but let's not talk about that right now.
I had to get on the stadium microphone. I predicted quadruple OT. Keepers here on YouTube for the long haul. Worthing unchanged.
Solent leads 69-62. And the same 5 still on the floor, as you just said, for Worthing. Dads, and a foul has been called. I think that's on Okoronkwo, and if that is, that's his 4th.
Was 10 seconds into the final term.
And if you're Josh Goddard, you've got to believe, and he does finally make a substitution. And really, you've got to believe that's been a while coming.
It's been a while coming. I'm not going to be critical of it. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I do like to see variation and rotation, though, but it's kind of worked for them. They've chipped away at that lead.
Charles backing up Owumi. Charles with the turnaround is good.
Sorry to come over you there, but that was beautiful.
Travis Charles having a big game for Solent. He has 21. Ebanks too strong with his layup. Kirkman with the rebound. Here's Senya.
Got a man ahead of him.
Great pass to Dads. No good. Shokan nearly got the rebound off the miss there.
Yeah.
Ebanks.
A bit too itty there, Shokan.
Owumi is fouled by Dads. Taylor demands it off the inbound and gets it from Ebanks. Taylor putting the moves on Travis Charles. Taylor for 3 is good. Zaire Taylor, that's his first 3-pointer in 5 attempts. Check that, 6 attempts.
Nothing wrong with that defending either.
Great defense from Charles, but better offense from Taylor.
Onward went for the steal there.
Dads putting the moves on Ishmael Fontaine, and I think that'll be a foul on Fontaine, and that'll be his first.
Yeah, his feet never stop moving there. When you run alongside a player like that, the chances of you winning the ball, 20% maybe, forget the 20, pull out of there, get help.
Jeremy Shokan takes a breather, and Lewis Kirkland comes back into the game. Elliot Dads to the foul line, had a team high, a joint team high, 21 points in their victory in the semi-final over the Thames Valley Cavaliers. Thames Valley having a great debut season in Division 1. Of course, they were here last year for the Division 2 playoff final against Nottingham, and they made the playoffs in their first season in Division 1. Fantastic basketball club run there by Robert Banks. Taylor inside. Taylor off the glass is good. And Zaire Taylor now starting to come alive. He has 13.
Just what his team needs at just the right time. Again, the bigger the stage, the better the player Zaire Taylor becomes.
Travis Charles, no good. Gets his own rebound. 4 Thunder players on him, and Charles travels.
Oh, wow. Fantastic defending. 4 men there, very clean. Feet were set. And they were not giving him an inch.
Of course, there's a very strong New York contingent here in this game. Big interest from the New York region. Travis Charles, originally from Brooklyn, New York. The man on the ball, George Ebanks from Staten Island, alongside Zaire Taylor. Here is Taylor, pulling the moves on Elliot Dads. Ebanks, poor pass picked up by Louis Kirkman, And here comes Herm Senya. Great pass from Senya, and a foul called. It was a late whistle, but it was the right call, as Louis Kirkman will go to the line for 2. And that is 4 fouls on George Ebanks. Worthing in foul trouble here, big time.
That is a big trouble. That is big trouble for Worthing. Initially, I thought that was good defence. Like I just said, if you're running alongside the man, peel off, let somebody else come in. And then, as you say, a late whistle, but the correct decision.
Louis Kirkman going to the line for 2. He has 6 points right now. And
that's his first miss.
Was 100% from the free throw line. He's now 2 for 3. As the Worthing Thunder fans, and this is a tradition with the Thunder fans, whenever there is a missed free throw, the Thunder fans always chant, "You let the whole team down." A chant that has been going on for years, and it's great to see it still being used today. Taylor. Olafusi on him. Taylor with a short floater is good. Zaire Taylor with 7 points in this 4th quarter.
Taylor starting to take over.
73-69, and Thunder, led by Taylor, now have cut the gap to 4. Dadds for 3. Big 3 for Elliot Dadds.
This game is brilliant. This game is brilliant.
What a way to end the National Basketball League season. Taylor again finds nothing. Senior, great pass to Kirkman inside, who scores.
And I thought Worthing did a fairly good job getting back on the transition defence, but not good enough. Kirkman going the long way round.
At the time, it was a 1-on-4 situation. Awumi for 3, no good. That's way off from Alex Awumi. Here comes Senya, it's 2-on-1. Senya for 3, it's good! Josh Goddard calls a timeout, and Solent, everything going their way right now, with 6:36 remaining. Worthing had a 4-point lead. Worthing were down by 4, and now Solent have an 81-69 lead. And Zaire Taylor, who stepped up for Worthing, has gone cold, and Elliot Dadds and Herm Senya have really instigated a comeback here from the Kestrels, and now they lead 81-69, Darren.
I don't think it's him going cold, but the team, they're rushing now. There was no need to rush. There was 4 points, okay, you give up a fast break, that's back to 6, that's okay. There's so much time left, you've got so much talent at your disposal. Just go back through what keeps on working. It's when teams panic and start to rush things through where we see these problems. That's where that's gone wrong for them just now.
An 8-0 run from the Solent Kestrels. Josh Goddard very quick to call a timeout, and rightfully so. The Solent Kestrel fans on their feet, and the Worthing Thunder fans have just gone a little silent. Some nerves maybe, as you can see the Solent fans on our screen. They're loving this.
This isn't the time to go quiet, and they know it, because the Worthing fans, they're on their feet now.
Here come the Thunder fans on their feet now. They know this is an important time for their club. Such a proud basketball heritage in West Sussex. They won the playoff title here last year. They want to retain it. Solent want to take it off them and move it to Southampton. Taylor. Taylor for 3 is good. What a 3 for Zaire Taylor. The perfect response.
Absolutely, just what they need. Now they need to get a stop.
Senior inside Kirkman. Louis Kirkman is coming alive in this 4th quarter.
He's so difficult to get to. They're really having a hard time picking up his cuts.
Great defense there from Elliot Dadds on Taylor. Taylor's still on the floor. Senior with the floater, and he rattles around and goes in. Taylor really gingerly getting up. He's telling the referees that he's okay. Great defense from Elliot Dadds on that possession.
Thunder, now they're in trouble. Now they are in trouble. But yeah, fantastic possession from Solent there. Really good play. A change has been made. Okoronkwo coming back in to try and wrestle control back in this game.
Such an influential leader, Brendan Okoronkwo. Originally from Milton Keynes, now resides in Hove, which is near Brighton. Here is Ebanks. Taylor had it deflected off him from Dads. Owumi inside to Ebanks. His layup is no good. Ward on the putback, no good. Worthing's offense now, you feel, getting a little sloppy, Darren.
Yeah, again, rushing things. And they're down. They're in a bit of a hole. But
still 5:20 remaining, though.
I understand. Yeah, there is time, but the way they're using that time is why I'm saying they're in trouble. Slow it down. I keep saying it. I'm a broken record. I apologise, people, but slow it down. Don't need to rush.
And if you're joining us on YouTube, welcome. Glad you're with us and hope you're enjoying the action. And I hope you enjoyed the action yesterday. All the games are available on our YouTube channel, National Basketball League. Louis Kirkman stepped out of bounds. It'll be a Worthing ball, and you talk about rushing possession for Worthing. They have Brendan Okoronkwo now on the court. Brendan, an influential leader, will look to slow it down, as will George Ebanks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who is on the ball now.
Yeah, absolutely, and that would be the right thing to do in this situation. If a fast break's there, there's a beautiful pass into Zaire Taylor, gets it to go off the glass, and that's what we're talking about. That didn't use that much clock, but it wasn't frantic, and it played into Worthing's hands rather than Solent's.
Dads going to work on Ward, no good.
That was really tough defending from Ward, but he needs to be careful because that can go so close the other way.
And it came off Alex Owumi last. No, it didn't. The referees have reversed the decision. And it will be a Worthing possession. 4:33 remaining in this fourth quarter. Could we have the possibility, is it too early to talk about the dreaded words overtime?
Oh, it's never too early to talk about those glorious words, overtime. I think it would be fantastic. I could watch this game all day.
This has been an absolutely fantastic advert for the National Basketball League. Ebanks, Okoronkwo is hit from there before, but he's no good on that attempt.
Yeah, he didn't quite get the roll. It was a good look. He didn't get that Wilson quite in his hands as he wanted, I don't think.
Now Wilson, our official ball supplier for this basketball finals weekend, as Charles too short on his layup attempt inside. And just a bit of afters in there.
That pass from Senior, disguised out the back of the hand, absolutely perfection.
And I think there is a double technical being called with that. Ed Udansky taking no prisoners, calling a technical foul. Just wait to see who the technical was on and if it was a double technical, if that. We're still unsure as to whose ball it actually is as well. The referees originally pointed towards Worthing.
This is good. The referees having time to talk it over. Both teams away, separate, able to calm down, diffuses the situation, and most importantly, gives coaches time with their players.
And if you have joined us on YouTube, welcome. And Teo Olafusi has been called with a technical. And an unsportsmanlike foul, I think, has been called on Alex Owumi. I just need to double check that.
So.
But Teo Olafusi has been given a technical foul. And
that's his third foul in the game.
Yep, that's Teo Olafusi's third foul. We're just waiting for confirmation on the unsportsmanlike foul. I think it's on Owumi. Alex Owumi, in the meantime, is going to go to the foul line for the technical foul shots. He's on 9 points at the moment. And Owumi misses the foul shot. That's a bad miss.
uncharacteristic 88% shooter from the charity stripe.
Thunder have shot the ball from the foul line relatively okay. They're 5 for 6 before that miss. As Travis Charles now goes to the line for the unsportsmanlike free throws, and Solent will get possession back. It's not actually been, it still hasn't been confirmed as to who the unsportsmanlike was on as well. As we look at the scoreboard for confirmation, Travis Charles makes the unsportsmanlike foul shots, and it's 87-84 to Solent.
And they will retain possession. That's big. So that's to get us back underway.
Well, either way, it's not on the scoreboard, but an unsportsmanlike foul was called against Worthing. Here is Senior. Senior all the way, and he's fouled. He's going to go in the line for 2 shots. And that is...
That's a lazy foul from Zaire Taylor. That's a really lazy foul from Zaire
Taylor. That's Taylor's 4th foul of the afternoon.
Don't expect that from him. He's better than that.
That's a big foul as well. Taylor now on 4 fouls.
Gosh,
3:54 remaining. I think we have a few more issues. There's still, the scoreboard still hasn't updated on who the unsportsmanlike foul was on.
As Ishmael Fontaine was about to check into the game, then he wasn't. Matt Guyman getting a moment to talk to his players. Of course, so important to know how many fouls you have on you as a player, as a coach, because that drastically changes the situation. Either way, Worthing, 4 fouls in the period, Solent 3.
Okay, we're 3:54 remaining. While the referees are just conferring, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the National Basketball Performance Centre. While the referees were conferring, it's now been, the scoreboard has now finally been updated. It was, this unsportsmanlike foul earlier on was on Alex Awumi, and that is Alex Awumi's 2nd. The scoreboard now updated. The referees just wanted to confer as it wasn't there. Herm Senior will now go to the line for 2 shots. 3:54 remaining in the 4th quarter. And Senior makes the first. Herm Senior, as we did speak about just off the air, just a solid free throw shooter, very reliable from the foul line at Solent.
Absolutely, and the way he plays the game, you want him to be a reliable free throw shooter because it's just 3 baskets. It's just 3 points. The way he drives in, he's always going to generate contact and fouls just with his explosiveness. Players can't live with him.
He's in his 2nd season with Solent, joined them from NCAA Division II side Quincy University. Tom Ward from the foul line, long rebound Olafusi. Here is Senior, and a blocking foul called on Tom Ward. And Worthing in the penalty, so every time Solent get a foul, they will be going to the foul line. And Solent still with only 3 team fouls.
This is bad for Thunder right now. They're in a really tricky situation.
And now Tom Ward is on 4 fouls now, so that's 4 Thunder players on 4 fouls.
Again, the bench, not a lot of movement on that bench right now. Goddard going with this unit. Obviously very confident in it. Obviously, if a 5th foul comes up for any of these, away they go.
We talk about Senior being reliable from the foul line. He missed the 2nd. Okoronkwo. Taylor spots up for 3. Bad offensive possession there for Thunder, but Ebanks gets it back. And Ward misses, still had 12 seconds on the shot clock. Senior inside, and it's stripped off Sam Turner. Here comes Tom Ward. Awumi, Okoronkwo. Ebanks thought about the 3. Goes inside, no good. Okoronkwo now gets it. Taylor for three. Air ball.
And they weren't bad possessions by Thunder then, especially Ebanks. He takes it to the hoop, he does exactly the right thing. The shot doesn't quite drop, and then the rotation afterwards, rushing it, jumping on the shot.
You do sense as well when Solent, when Thunder get a second and third possession, straight away they do put up a shot. They don't reset the play. As soon as they get an offensive rebound, it's one pass and a jump shot.
Yeah, and it's important to remember, they have 14 seconds. That's an age in this sport. And if they were able to go through their motions a little bit, they wouldn't be down 16. It could be a lot closer if they were trying to think a bit more. But hey, this is the biggest stage in English basketball with the best fans, the atmosphere, and it can get to people. It can get to teams and players, even such excellent individuals and players as we have in front of us today.
And we have such a fantastic core of supporters here from both the Worthing Thunder and the Solent Kestrels. There are a smattering, as you can see, some Worthing Thunder fans, some Worthing Bears shirts, even there. And there you see the Solent Kestrel fans all on their feet as the Thunder come out onto the floor. 3:05 remaining, still a lot of time in basketball to mount a comeback. Can Worthing Thunder retain their playoff title with an epic comeback of their own? Or will Solent Kestrels hang on and complete a league and playoff double? Senya inside to Kirkman, who banks it home.
That's perfect from Solent. That's exactly what they need right now.
Biggest lead of the game, 18 points. Okoronkwo, Tom Ward. Tom Ward's shot is long. Tom Ward now 2 for 9 from the field.
It's gone cold, Tom Ward.
Elliot Dadds finds room, no good. Rebound Taylor. Here comes Ebanks, 2-on-1 situation, and Ebanks banks it home.
Did the right thing there, got the contact, put it in, but slow on defense. Look at this.
Elliot Dadds nearly got an 8-second call there. Gets the ball back. Senya, and now time is on Solent's side, and they are taking their time.
Time and freshness. Tom Ward really struggling.
Senya misses the three on the putback. Sam Turner, excuse me.
Tom Ward looking very tired out there now.
Ebanks banks it home again. Ebanks wanted a foul, but nothing doing, and Kestrels will be making a substitution. Sam Turner coming out, a great performance off the bench from the youngster. He has 4 points and 2 rebounds off the bench. Travis Charles comes into the game. Here is Charles, kicks it out. Dadds for three is long on the putback. Blocked from Taylor on Travis Charles. Owusi misses the three. Here is Ebanks. Tom Ward screaming for it. Ebanks. Sloppy offense, no good from Ebanks.
Yeah, I think that was the correct decision. If you think you're hot and you think you can make it, drive inside. He's been making them, but that was not the finish for him.
Louis Kirkman puts in a jumper in his final performance. That meant a lot to him.
And the fans let him know exactly what they thought of that. A beautiful bit of moment basketball there.
Owumi for three is good. Alex Owumi from downtown with 55.9 seconds remaining. And it last came off Owumi. It's going to be a Solent possession.
Great
49.9 seconds remaining.
So I took over that great pressure from Owumi.
Great pressure there from Ward and Ebanks. Dadds all the way.
He's a special player, isn't he?
The Solent Kestrel fans on their feet. Ebanks short, rebound Charles. Solent Kestrels with a fantastic performance. Inside it goes to Charles. Charles is blocked by Okoronkwo. Okoronkwo's day is done. He fouls out of the game with 5 points. What a with 17 points. He's on 5 fouls now. But what a performance from the Worthing Thunder captain. He shot 6 for 11 from the field today for his 17 points. He hit 5 3-pointers, shooting 62% from three-point land.
He started so hot. He got his team in such a strong position. A real captain's performance. He's led by example. But the last few minutes, you've seen that frustration build within him. And when that last shot didn't go down, you always feared it was going to end like this.
It's been a close game throughout, but in the fourth quarter, Solent flexed their muscles. And now the NBL Division 1 playoff title that did reside in West Sussex for a year looks to be heading across the M27 to Hampshire. It's been a fantastic season for both sides. Worthing Thunder, nothing to be ashamed of. They claimed the national trophy title in London over the Loughborough Riders, but today was not to be their day as Zaire Taylor puts up a 3 and it's nowhere but out of bounds.
That's just what happens at the end of these sorts of games. You work so hard all season, and when it comes apart at the end, it can come apart quite badly. But a great season by Worthing. Take nothing away from any individual on this floor today. They have been exceptional all year. On one side, just slightly better than the other.
And Herm Senior is going to run the clock. And both teams now exchanging handshakes. Solent Kestrels have won the Division 1 playoff title, defeating Worthing Thunder 100 to 81. What a performance from the Kestrels. A fourth quarter performance for the ages. They outscored Thunder 31 to 19 in what was in otherwise quite a close game. Travis Charles with 25 points and 10 rebounds. Herm Senior with 22 points and 12 assists. Both will be tough to separate for MVP. But Worthing Thunder, absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. National trophy winners. They've been in this finals now for the second time in 2 years. But today was just not to be their day.
When you get into a game of trading baskets with Solent Kestrels, you're always going to find it difficult. But taking nothing away from Worthing, a fantastic season for them. It came apart ever so slightly at the end there. Solent, by the way, what a performance. The first century of this weekend at the final game of it.
Absolutely. George Ebanks and Zaire Taylor with 20 points each. For the Worthing Thunder, Brendan Okoronkwo with 17 points before he fouled out in what has been a fantastic advert for the National Basketball League Division 1, as you see Nick Lewis, who was ineligible to play today, congratulating his teammate Herm Senior. And ladies and gentlemen, we like to wish you a great afternoon, a great evening wherever you are around the world. It's been a fantastic celebration of all that's good about Basketball England and basketball in this country. We have been treated to 6 fantastic basketball games across 2 days here at the National Basketball Performance Centre. Congratulations to our winners: London Lewisham Thunder, London Medalinas, Nottingham Trent University, Liverpool Basketball Club, Anglia Ruskin University and Solent Kestrels. Commiserations to all the teams that have been defeated. But most of all, thank you for joining us here on YouTube. I've been John Hobbs alongside Darren Paul. Thank you and good evening.
I'm good now. The game's all over. I don't need to.
Right now, we're just about ready to get underway with our trophy presentation. Please welcome our presenter, CEO of Basketball England, Mr. Stuart Garrett. And before we give any awards out, first of all, give yourselves, ladies and gents, some noise and a round of applause. You have been awesome, Thunder fans, Kestrels fans. Thank you, joining us here in Manchester as we head for our trophy presentation to collect their trophies and medals for this. Our team officials, staff officials, and match officials as well. Of course, no game could be even matched or completed without them. And together they've got staff officials, match officials, and referees as well. And now your silver medalists of the 2018-2019 NBL Division 1 quarterfinal, the Rolling Thunder! And 0, George Immerance. Number 5, Tom Ward. Number 6, Josh Gallard. Number 7, Ishmael Fontaine. Number 8, Brendan Okoronko. Number 10, Nassim McLaughlin. Number 11, Zaire
Can I just unplug that here?